Hey everyone, Katie here from Thrift Your Heart Out, and today I'm going to be bringing you everything that I found while I was in Anaheim recently with my mom and sister. We took a little girls trip to go to Disneyland and just have some quality time together, and it really was the best trip. We had so much fun. So in case you guys haven't seen it, I'll make sure to leave a link to my vlog up above so you can see what we were up to on our trip and what I wore, because I did wear a lot of awesome thrifted pieces. So make sure to go and check that out. But today I'll be showing you the things that I thrifted as well as a few things that I picked up while I was at Disneyland. And yes, I do have to rock the ears, like it's only fitting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the haul. So first up, I thought that I would share with you the few things that I picked up while I was in Disneyland, and I tried not to go too crazy. One, because of space, to try to fit everything in my luggage to get back home, and then two, because souvenirs at Disneyland are quite pricey. So I was trying to just think of the things that really made me happy and that I would love to have for years to come. So the first thing that I knew I had to pick up was one of the character pens, because when I was a kid, I remember going there and looking through just rows of pens that were shaped like different characters and just getting so excited. I was like, oh my god, I can use them in school and then everyone will be jealous of me because they'll know I've gone to Disneyland. So I knew right away that I had to get one of them. So I settled on the one that looks like Minnie, of course. We have the matching little bows here. Love it! So even though this was kind of a pricey pen, it was 10 whole doll hairs. It reminds me of my childhood and being at Disneyland for the first time. And it'll still make my coworkers totally jealous when I use it at work. So the next souvenir that I got is something that I didn't know was so popular at Disneyland, and that's pins. Oh my gosh, I saw people with lanyards that were just chock full of different pins, and I'm sure there's a different significance for everyone, or it commemorates a different time that they've been to Disneyland, but there were entire stores filled with just pins. So that's news to me, so I decided to check it out, and I didn't want a ton just because I don't really have anywhere to put the pins, but I did want to get one of them, and I settled on the cutest one I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. So it is this one of Mickey wearing glasses. Who do you think this reminds me of? Let's think about that. Yeah, my husband. Like, I saw it, I was like, I've never seen Mickey with glasses, and that's just perfect. Like, I love it. It is so adorable. So even if I don't end up putting it on anything, I think it'll just be a fun thing to hold on to, and maybe it will start a new pin collection for Disneyland. Who knows? So you guys know I love me a coffee mug. I'm all about that hashtag mug life. So when I saw that they had so many different ones to choose from, I was like, yes, like I can find one that won't be too expensive, and it'll be a great thing that I can bring back home, and when I have my coffee in the morning, it'll remind me of that amazing trip. And I came across the perfect one. So what I'm talking about is this little cutie that has all of these different icons. So there's the Mickey ice cream, the fireworks, the castle, the Mickey pretzel, It's a Small World, the log ride, churros, which I did have, and then this little gargoyle character. And then the back has an entire list of different things at Disneyland. So it says Castle, Mickey, Souvenirs, Mickey Waffles, It's a Small World, Best Day Ever, Splash Mountain, Pretzels, The Haunted Mansion, Turkey Legs, Mad Tea Party, Churros, and Fireworks. Like, shut up. Like, I love the color combination. I love the list on the back because you can kind of like make a silent check mark next to the things that you did. But I just knew that this was the absolute perfect one to bring home with me, and it really does make me so happy. So before I get into the thrifted items that I found while I was in Anaheim, I have to share a shirt that I got on Poshmark that I ordered right when I got back from the trip because I saw so many girls wearing it at Disneyland, and I got so jealous because it is adorable. So what I'm talking about is this t-shirt that says Castles, Shoes, and Bibbidi Boppity Boos. Like, shut your mouth. That is so cute, and I was taken by this shirt when I saw so many girls wearing it. I was like, I have to get my hands on one. That is just so cute and perfect and simple. So I'm so happy that they had it on Poshmark in my size. I scored it for less than 10 bucks, and now I'll be ready to go the next time that I go to Disneyland. So now on to the thrifted goodies, and I'm just going to go in order of the stores that we visited. So the first one that we went to was called Rare by Goodwill, which I saw had really good reviews, and I can totally see why. It was a really big store, really well organized, and had kind of that boutique feel. So everything was very trendy and in fashion and just really cute, so I really enjoyed that store. And unlike the boutique that we have here in town, I was really happy to see that Rare didn't jack up their prices for stuff, because that's what happens at our boutiques, is that they charge like double sometimes for something just because it's curated. But they had lots of stuff that was like $7.99, $9.99, $14.99, like really reasonable prices for kind of taking out the guesswork of shopping. So that I really enjoyed, and I ended up getting 2 pairs of shoes. So the first pair that I got is this really awesome pair of white leather star shoes. So you guys may have heard me mention before on my channel, I love stars. I've always loved stars and constellations. I just think it's a really cool pattern. So when I saw these, I was like, oh my god, I need to try those on. And they are a full size too big for me. So they're a little big kind of in the toe area, but I figure if I wear a pair of socks with it, it'll fill it in a little bit and it'll be fine. Like, I'll make it work, because these were just too cute to leave behind. So I had to go ahead and pick them up, and these were $14.99. So the other pair of shoes that I got at Rare are these amazing, super chic Sam Edelman calf hair loafers. Let me just repeat that for you. Sam Edelman calf hair loafers. Yeah. Like, I just saw them kind of amongst the other like booties and loafers, and I was just like, those are so posh. Like, I am into that look. So I tried them on. They fit so nicely. They're in really nice condition. And again, I got them for only $14.99, which I do think is a great deal, especially considering that I looked these up and they last sold for about $100. So this is such a score, and I cannot wait to rock them this fall. So the next store that we visited on the first day that we were there is called Anaheim Thrift Store, and while it was ginormous, it wasn't sized, which I noticed was a recurring thing throughout all of the thrift stores that we went to in the area. So I just find that interesting because it doesn't take a lot more effort to size things, and it's a lot easier for your customers. So it was weird, and by that point we had all been up for about 12 hours, so we were kind of crashing, but we had to wait to check into our Airbnb. So I had a few things that I piled into the cart, but then ended up settling on only one. But I do actually really like the piece that I got. So what it is this black and white plaid kind of oversized blazer, and it's super duper lightweight, which is great because right now it is November 2nd and it's still 80 something degrees here in Sacramento, so I don't think fall is on its way. So anything lightweight is totally fine by me. And I was happy to find this one because it reminds me of ones that I've seen Shayna from Thrifters Anonymous find. And every time she finds a plaid blazer, I'm like, oh, I want one too. Like, they're so cool and chic, and she styles them up so nicely. So I was really happy to get this one, and it was only $4. So the last store that we visited was another Goodwill that I believe was on Lincoln Street in Anaheim, and I'll make sure to leave addresses and information for all the stores that we visited in the down bar below, so you guys can make sure to go and check that out. But we went to this particular Goodwill on a recommendation from Mr. Thrift himself, Hadrian from It's Hadrian. He's from that area. So when he saw that I was in Anaheim, he was like, oh my god, you have to go to this Goodwill. It's amazing. I always find good stuff. So I was like, yeah, making a note of that right now. So luckily we had some time on our last day to fit it in, and I'm glad that we did because I found a few really cool things. So the first thing that I got was this really cute gingham skirt, and it's by Old Navy, but it's got this cute little ruffle detail at the bottom and then these buttons all the way down the front. So again, since things weren't sized, you just have to kind of like quickly scan the rack and see what prints kind of catch your attention. So of course the gingham got my attention, and I was so happy to see that it was in my size, so it fits really nicely. Again, I think that this will be a perfect staple piece for the fall, so that's always awesome. And I managed to get a few things on their half off tag sale, so I got this one for only $3. So the next skirt that I got sadly is not in my size, but that's good for you guys if you happen to be a size 4, because it's going to be in my Poshmark closet and it is seriously too stinking cute. So what it is this Odile, I think is how you say it, by Anthropologie little skirt. But why I had to pick it up is because it's got like purses and gloves and necklaces and perfume bottles all over it. If this was my size, I definitely would have gotten it for myself. Like, it is so cute and feminine, and I love that shape and color. So this will be up in my Poshmark closet, so make sure to go and check it out if you guys are interested. So speaking of Anthropologie, the last clothing item that I picked up from that Goodwill is also from there, and it is this cloth and stone blue plaid oversized button-up. It is so soft. Like, I think that I was just kind of like going through the shirts and then I felt this one and I was like, oh my god, I need to pick that up. And it was in my size. I love how it looks. I love the color because I don't have any plaid shirts that are in this colorway. So I was really excited to get this one, and it was only $7, which I think is a pretty good deal for something like this. So last up for my vacation thrift haul is yet another pair of shoes. I cannot believe how well I scored on shoes during this trip. But what I got was this pair of mules, which you guys know I love me a mule. And these are in absolutely perfect condition. They're by Jacqueline Smith, so they're not a really great designer, but that's totally fine. But I just thought that they were so cute and chic, and I just really love kind of that faux alligator print that's on there. And the fact that they're black, I'll be able to wear them with so many different things. And also this was another thing that I scored for half off, so they were only $4. Alright you guys, so that's going to do it for today's thrift haul. I hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure to let me know what your favorite item was in the down bar below, or if you've been to Disneyland or Disney World or any of those places, let me know what your favorite ride is or your favorite souvenir that you picked up. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, thanks for watching and happy thrifting. Bye!